The wrestling world was left in shock and silence this week as heartbreaking news surfaced about former WWE superstar Michael Tarver, who reportedly suffered a stroke. The moment this news spread online, it sent a wave of emotion across fans, fellow wrestlers, and the entire wrestling community. Michael Tarver, best known for his time in WWE's Nexus faction, has been a figure of strength, power, and resilience. To see a man once known for his unstoppable energy now facing such a serious health battle reminds everyone that behind the ring personas are real human beings, people with dreams, families, and vulnerabilities. A star born in the fire of determination. Long before he became a WWE name, Tyrone Evans, known by his ring name Michael Tarver, fought his way through hardships. Born with a deep love for professional wrestling, he grew up idolizing legends who turned their pain into passion. Tarver's early days weren't easy, he had limited opportunities and faced constant rejection. Yet, what made him special wasn't just his physique or his power, it was his heart. He carried the belief that no matter how many times life knocked him down, he could always rise again. That mindset eventually led him to WWE, where his journey took a dramatic turn. The Nexus Revolution, Tarver's biggest break. In 2010, the wrestling world witnessed something unforgettable, the Nexus invasion. A group of hungry rookies from NXT stormed Monday Night Raw, attacking top stars and tearing the rulebook apart. Among those faces was Michael Tarver, wearing his signature black bandana and a look that radiated raw aggression. Fans remember that moment as one of the most chaotic and electrifying debuts in WWE history. Tarver wasn't just another member, he embodied the group's spirit, rebellion, frustration, and hunger for recognition. Though his time in WWE was relatively short, the impact he left on fans was long-lasting. His powerful promos, intimidating presence, and in-ring intensity made him stand out. Life after WWE, the silent struggles. When Tarver's WWE journey ended, fans assumed he'd continue to shine elsewhere. And he did, working in independent promotions, training younger wrestlers, and making special appearances. But behind the scenes, Tarver was fighting personal battles few ever knew about. He once opened up about the emotional toll of being released, the mental challenges of staying relevant, and the uncertainty that comes with life after fame. Still, he remained hopeful, turning his energy toward faith, family, and music. In recent years, he shared his story of redemption and faith, showing that true strength lies not in the muscles but in the soul's resilience. The tragic news: Tarver suffers a stroke. When reports broke that Michael Tarver had suffered a stroke, fans were left heartbroken. Those who followed his journey knew how hard he had worked to rebuild his life, only to face another devastating challenge. Details about his current condition remain limited, but sources close to Tarver have asked for prayers and positive energy as he fights to recover. The wrestling world quickly responded, with former WWE stars, indie wrestlers, and fans all flooding social media with messages of love and support. Tweets, posts, and stories from around the globe carried one unified message. Greater than, stay strong, Tarver. You've fought battles before, you can fight this too. The outpouring of support from the wrestling family. What makes wrestling special isn't just the matches, it's the brotherhood and sisterhood that exist beyond the ring. Many of Tarver's former colleagues, including members of the Nexus, shared heartfelt tributes. Wade Barrett, the former leader of Nexus, reportedly sent his prayers. Fans from the early 2010s era shared clips and photos, remembering Tarver's powerful moments in WWE. Even younger wrestlers today, who grew up watching the Nexus storyline, paid tribute to the man who helped shape one of WWE's most memorable factions. This collective wave of emotion reminded everyone that once you're part of the wrestling family, you're always part of it, no matter where life takes you. A message of hope, the fighter still within. Though the news of a stroke is tragic, those who know Tarver personally say one thing: he's a fighter. This is the man who clawed his way into WWE from nothing. The man who rebuilt his life after release. The man who found strength in his faith when the lights went out. A stroke may be life-changing, but it cannot break a spirit like his. Fans are holding on to hope that he will recover, not just to return to the ring, but to continue inspiring people with his story of survival and belief. Fans' emotional reactions. The wrestling community online has turned into a sea of heartfelt messages. Greater than, Michael Tarver was part of one of WWE's most iconic storylines. My prayers go out to him. You never forget the guys who changed wrestling. Get well soon, Tarver. He gave us moments we still talk about today. Stay strong, champ. It's beautiful to see that even after years away from the spotlight, the impact he made still lives on in the hearts of wrestling fans everywhere. A reminder about life beyond the spotlight. Michael Tarver's situation also shines a light on something often ignored: the health struggles of athletes after they step out of the ring. Professional wrestling takes a toll on the body and mind. Years of bumps, injuries, and pressure can lead to serious health issues later in life. But in Tarver's case, his story becomes a reminder to take care of oneself, to check on others, and to never forget that even the strongest warriors need help sometimes. The power of prayer and positivity. As Tarver continues to recover, his family and friends have asked fans for prayers, strength, and positive thoughts. In times like these, even the smallest gesture, a tweet, a message, a prayer, can bring hope. Many churches and fan groups have also joined hands, organizing online prayer circles and charity drives to support Tarver's recovery. It's a true reflection of how wrestling connects souls, beyond screens and arenas. Looking ahead, hope never dies. While Tarver's immediate future remains uncertain, his story is far from over. Every great fighter faces setbacks. Every hero has a dark chapter. But what defines them isn't the fall, it's the rise. Fans are already saying they believe Tarver will one day share his recovery journey, motivating thousands who face similar struggles. And knowing his spirit, that day may come sooner than expected. If there's one thing Michael Tarver has proven throughout his life, it's that he doesn't quit. Final words: a warrior's heart. As the world prays for his recovery, one message echoes across social media and fan pages. Greater than, Michael Tarver, you inspired us once with your strength. Now, you're inspiring us again with your courage. The wrestling world stands united, sending love, faith, and hope to a man who once entertained millions and is now fighting his biggest battle outside the ring. May he find healing, peace, and the power to rise once again, because warriors like Michael Tarver never truly fall, they just rest before their next fight.